First of all, you are a mess. Explain what happened, because you've got a knot on your head and a black eye in your right eye.
I have quite a few injuries. That just happens to be the repercussions of hard training. You know, if I was to come out with no bruises and no bangs, I don't think I'm training that hard. So I've just really put a lot into this camp to make sure that I'm at my sharpest and my best. And that's pushing yourself beyond your limits sometimes comes with a few nicks.
You just got it, what, last night? Sparring with Forrest Griffin, or a couple days ago?
I think this headbutt happened about last Tuesday. The black eye was like last Friday. I think the kick to the shin was a couple days ago. Yeah, I have quite a few injuries.
So why work with a guy like Forrest when you're fighting a gigantic heavyweight? And Forrest is a big guy, he's about 230, but why is he a guy you work with instead of just dealing with behemoths and wrestlers?
Well, I do have those guys in my camp too, Brian Keck and stuff, but honestly, I think big guys are easier to fight. They don't move as fast, they get tired quickly, they're not as technical, they're just not. I have the gift that I'm a 255-pound guy that moves like a middleweight. So most heavyweights just have one hell of a time dealing with me. So if I want to sharpen my tools, I have to work with somebody who's not a sitting target. And that's a guy like Forrest, who moves around a lot, who's extremely, conditioned, can keep a high pace. And Forrest is 6'3" and has, his reach is only about an inch or two shorter than that of Brock's. So really, dimension-wise, it's very comparable. Does he have the same weight? Well, no, but he's faster and he can throw 300 punches around compared to 30 punches around. Right. So any given day of the week, I'd rather fight a guy that throws only 30 punches that will kill you than to throw 300 punches that are just miserable, nonstop, keep coming after you. Forrest Griffin's like my worst nightmare of how to have to fight somebody, because basically you have to just go for broke and knock him out. And if you don't, he's still going to be standing there coming after you, and that's a hard thing to deal with. Lesnar can't keep up the cardio of Forrest Griffin, so I might as well fight the thing that's hardest, which is the cardio aspect of it.
So you're pretty lean right now. I was talking to Dean, your manager, and he was saying you weighed in the other day at like 247. Is that where you're down? That
255. Right?
Okay, so 255. Has your mindset kind of changed? I mean, you just explained a lot of it there. Because I think in the past maybe you would have been a little bigger for big guys instead of trying to go the speed route.
Well, I guess just because even if I got 10 pounds bigger, Brock's still going to be bigger than me and stronger than me. Why go that route? Right now I'm strong enough that his strengths, I can nullify it a lot. He's not going to blow me out of the water. I'm not, I'm 6'3", 255 pounds, and I'm a lot leaner than he is. So my muscle to fat ratio is better than his is, and so it's not that drastic difference in strength. My leg strength, I'm willing to bet any given amount of money, is a lot stronger than his. If we got into a squatting contest, I'd blow him out of the water. Deadlifting, I could out deadlift him. So I mean, could he out bench press me? It looks like it. He has a pretty thick chest, But what's more important for a fight? So at the same time, though, so why work on those things when I can work on speed and conditioning, which I think will be a lot harder for him to contend with? There's so many things going on in the fight. His mind's going to be so paralyzed because he's having to contend with so many new elements. He's used to wrestling, but now he has punches, kicks, submissions. Instead of going for things real slow and powerful and let him go, oh, yeah, this is a Kimura. Oh, I know this. Well, that's a straight right hand. I know this. Because he's still thinking on a cognitive level. Might as well go for speed so that way I can add more chaos to his brain, because now I'm hitting him with 30 different submissions and punching and kicking the shit out of him. He doesn't know where it's coming from. If I sit there and try to play, I'll stand here and I draw a line on the mat, I'm only helping him out. And not that I couldn't beat him that way, but he could definitely have an easier time about it. But if I'm moving around and hitting him from all different angles, he's going to have one hell of a time. I mean, for example, he'd have a hard time beating a lot of the light heavyweights. I mean, could he beat Machida? I don't think so. I don't think he could beat Evanson. I don't think he could beat Forrest Griffin in a fight, because he would have to basically get a hold of them and pin them down and punch them out. I don't think he could catch any of those guys. I mean, light heavyweights can't catch Machida. So if that mindset works for those guys who are fast, how would it work against guys even bigger and slower? I think a lot like how when Tito fought Machida, that mindset, and Machida, and not to say that and Tito's a quick guy on top of that,